Hi everyone, my name is Evie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you've been here, if you're new, welcome to my channel. What I have for you guys today is going to be a pastelon, or it's also been called like the Puerto Rican lasagna. So let's get to the ingredients. Okay, for the ingredients, there's 1 pound of ground beef. I like the 85-15, better flavor. We're going to use adobo for seasoning, which is salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And this one has a touch of cumin. I'm going to also add a packet of sazon. We're going to use half a can of tomato sauce, 1 egg. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of sofrito. If you don't have sofrito or you don't know what that is, you can use 1/4 red pepper, 1/4 green pepper, 1/4 of a small onion, 2 to 3 garlic cloves, and a handful of cilantro. You can dice it really small, or you can put it in the blender. I use the food processor for this. We're also going to use mozzarella cheese, and the star of the show are plantains. I know they look terrible like this, but when you buy them green, it's for savory. We're doing a savory and sweet dish. So they have to be this color. The darker they are, the better they are. But they do have to have a firmness to it. They cannot be mushy. Dark like this, but with firmness. Of course, okay? Like always, I forgot we are doing an 8x8 dish. Because it's only going to be me, Lisi, Gogi, and my husband. So if you want to do the 9x13 dish, double up on everything that I just mentioned. In my pan, I added like 3 tablespoons of water, because I'm going to brown my meat, but I want it to be very loose. I do not want chunks of it. So we're going to put our meat in here. I'm going to start breaking it up. I'm going to turn on the fire. I'm putting that on high. And this way it secures the meat's going to be nice and loose. It will evaporate, and I do want frying action, so when I cook off my sofrito. But for now, this is how I want it, because as soon as the meat gets completely loose, I will cover this up for 30 minutes and cook it on low. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add sofrito. Sofrito, my bad. I'm sorry, I'm going to add adobo. It's going to be about a teaspoon. And I do this because I want the meat to have flavor in the meat and not only on the meat. So I'm just going to keep doing this until it gets loose, okay? I'll come back and show you. Okay, so my meat has browned and it's releasing, well, it had water. Remember, meat also releases its own juices. So now we're putting this on low, and we're going to let this cook for 30 minutes. I'm putting my timer for 30 minutes because I can't ever remember anything. So 30 minutes, guys. While our meat is cooking for 30 minutes, I will be cutting this up. Peeling them and slicing them. I will show you. I know they look terrible, guys. I know they look terrible, but do not be scared of this, okay? They're gonna be delicious. And the way you know how they're sweet, you take the tip that you cut off, and just put your tongue on it, and you can tell it's a sweet plantain. People make these plantains, or this this dish, when the plantains are just yellow, and it does not taste good because they're not sweet enough, okay? They have to be sweet. Just want to show you. See? It's just the skin that's terrible looking, but the plantains are actually good, okay? Oh, here's a little piece of the peel. So we're doing this for all of the plantains, okay? Oh, and then you just take this, and you're going to slice this in 3 parts. That's all you have to do for the 3 plantains. If you need more, because I have more on the side, but if you need more, like to cover your whole dish, feel free to use more. I started off with 3, but I'll let you know exactly how many I use. But we're doing this for each one, okay? Cut them in half, and then just slice them in 3. And of course, guys, like always, I left out an ingredient, oil, because we're going to fry our plantains. What I wanted to tell you was, if you find little dark spots in the plantain, you can just cut them out. That's how I did it. Not a problem. They're still good and edible, okay? So another thing I want to say is, if you want to make this a little bit how do I say that? Healthier, because I don't think there's a healthy version for this kind of. But instead of frying your plantains, you can cut them the way I did and make the little line in the back with the knife, and you can just boil them till they're fork tender. And then you mash them instead of leaving them whole. But we like it like this. I've never tried it the other way, and I will make it, and I'll let you guys know if it was good or not good, because I know we like it like this better. And we're gonna cook these since they're very ripe. We're cooking this in medium. We're not gonna cook this in high because they'll burn because of the sugars. Okay, so on medium. I also have a bowl or a dish with paper towel to collect all of the excess oil from the plantain when we fry them. Put as many as you can fit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't release water, so it's not a problem if you crowd your pan. It's a little dark spot, you see? Just like a banana, you can eat it. So we're gonna fry this. I will show you. You don't have to babysit, but don't go too far. Maybe in 2 minutes, just flip it over. They're gonna cook in no time because, like I said, they're already ripe. Okay, so it's been like 2 or 3 minutes. We're gonna flip them. They are super soft, guys. Be super careful and gentle. You want them to be like this color, okay? On both sides. And I will be doing this for each and every piece that we slice. Just so you know, I added one more plantain because in case I needed more, I didn't want to have to peel it and do all of that extra work for no reason. So I just did it, and if it's left over, it don't matter. You're gonna eat it. You can't squeeze it too hard because they are super soft. So like I said, this is the color we want. I'm gonna leave it here for 2 more minutes because they cook faster on one side than they do the other. And we're gonna do the rest, and I will show you when they are done. Don't forget, you want your bowl with a paper towel. Just show you what they look like. Okay. Try to shake off a little bit of the excess because they do absorb a lot of oil. But this is exactly what we're looking for. Oops. And like I said, we will continue. Oh, they are super soft. Look at this. It's going to be a good dish. They're super sweet. So, I will continue and show you in a little bit. So, this is my 3rd batch. Took three batches, pan full like this. I'm just coming here to check on my meat. This is the first time I check it. We have 4 minutes left on the meat, and the water is almost evaporated. You don't even have to mix it or nothing. Just cover it and just cook it on low. This is what I mean about loose meat. No big lumps, you know. So we're going to be coming in with our sofrito because I'm starting to get it up. It won't even take the whole half hour. I'm going to come in with my sofrito and start cooking this off. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sofrito, okay? That's all you're going to need because remember we're only cooking 1 pound. And then we're going to, once this starts having a little bit of frying action, because I like to cook off my sofrito, then we're going to add the can of, I'll put this on medium high. Then we're going to add our tomato sauce, half a can, and the packet of sazon. And once that starts cooking off, also, that's when you want to taste it for salt. Okay, it's time to take off. See how soft they are? Be super careful. Be super careful. And you guys can hear my meat already has frying action. I'm about to add the half can of tomato sauce as soon as I'm like, oh, this is super soft. That's how you want it though, because that's how you know it's good and sweet. So we're done with this. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to transfer my meat over here. I like cooking on this side better. Hope you guys can hear all that frying action. I'm going to add my tomato sauce first. I'm only wanting half a can. And then we're going to add the, it goes on the timer for the meat. So we're going to sofreír this, means saute this for a little bit. We want to cook off the tomato paste flavor. So I'm going to lower this a little bit. I don't want to fry too hard. And we're going to put a lid on this and we're going to cook it for 5 minutes, okay? Like I said, we're just cooking up the tomato sauce. Yes, but it looks like you don't want it too liquidy because it's going into a dish, okay? I'm going to put a lid on it for 5 minutes. Okay, so while the meat is still cooking for 5 extra minutes, I took my egg, I cracked it, and we are scrambling it. Do not add salt. You do not need salt. And make sure you scramble it really well. You don't want to see white chunks of the white of the egg all over your stuff, okay? And then what I did was, I had extra butter from my previous video, and what I did was, I take it and I smear a little bit on here. You don't need a lot. The meat's going to release fat and juices. And so is the cheese. It's going to release fat. So you just want to do a very light coat of this. If you have spray really quick ones. You don't have to overdo the spraying either. Okay, so I added my meat here to my plate. What I wanted to tell you was, if your meat releases a lot of fat, put it all to one side. In your pan, of course. Grab a paper towel and it will absorb it, okay? I don't know who I got that from, but I saw it on YouTube. So, that is a very good hack. So, what we're going to do now, remember we have our butter, oh, thought that was on the inside. We have our dish lined. So now, and this is very hot because I just took them out of the oil. And it doesn't matter what it looks like, guys, because we're putting meat and cheese all over this, okay? Maybe that's my dog, guys. This is what you want to do. You want to make sure you have all your bottom covered. Oh, did I just see a fruit fly? Yep. Already, guys. Already fruit flies. Another small one here, just to cover. You just basically want your bottom to be covered, okay? So, what we're going to do now, we're going to add cheese because we want the cheese to glue these apart so they don't fall apart when you cut into it. You can add as much or as little as you like, guys. There's no right or wrong measurement for this. This is to your liking. By the way, I tasted my meat while it was cooking. I forgot to show you or tell you. And the amount that I added was perfect for me. So, that cheese is going to melt and it's going to hold up plantains together. Then we're going to add our meat, which is going to quickly melt our cheese, okay? But yes, this meat, the meat smells so good. We only did 1 pound, so we are trying to get this 1 pound in here because we're not doing layers and layers. I mean, you can if you want to. And it looks nice if you're having a big dinner, having guests over. It looks nice. But basically, this is what we're doing. There goes my whole pound of meat right here. Now you want to flatten this evenly. This is why no big chunks, so it can be nice and flat. I mean, for no reason, honestly, just for my craziness, because we're putting more plantains and cheese on this, okay? Ooh, so now we're going to layer the rest with the rest of our plantains. Make sure you get it all the way against the walls of your dish because you want this to be nice and even. Oh, I'm glad I put the extra plantain because I don't even know if this is going to be enough. We'll fill in the rest of the little empty spots in a little bit once we layer all of this first. Doesn't matter that they break on you guys. Does not matter, like I said. Millie's trying to get whatever falls, guys. She always hungry. She fat like that. Look at that. basically perfect. And this little sucker can be put in here. Look at that, guys. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay? So, we are going to put cheese, but cheese is going to be on top. So now, for this layer, our egg is going to be the binder for this. That's why I said make sure you mix it really well and you have no whites because it will show up. Plus, we're adding cheese, so that'll bind it also. But this is how this is done, okay? And that's why we buttered our mold, our dish, because we didn't want this egg as it goes down. And that's if it'll go, yeah, it already has. So then, I like my cheese in chunks. But again, you're gonna put a whole bunch of cheese. As much or little cheese as you want, okay? By this time, your oven should be preheated to 350. And we're only waiting for this cheese to get golden brown. That's why you don't want to put it on broil, because we also need the egg to cook off. So we're going to put this on 350, maybe for 15-20 minutes. You don't want it higher than that. Like I said, we need to cook off the egg. And this is really good with a lot of cheese. So I'm going to finish using the rest of the bag. And by the way, this is a 2-cup bag. Wherever you see sparse, fill in, okay? Basically, that is it. So, I'm not going to turn on my big oven for this little itty-bitty dish because it fits in my little oven. And that's exactly where we're going. So here I am looking for 350, which is right here. And I'm going to put 20 minutes. And in goes my dish. I will keep an eye on it because this cooks a little faster than my regular oven. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you that this is so good with arroz con gandules. But Lisi, Gogi, and I went to eat yesterday. Went out to eat. And that's what we had. So, well, they had. I don't eat what I know how to cook in my house. I had something totally different. But since they already had it with that, and Gogi's the one that's wanting this dish, I'm making it with white rice. But you can make it with any rice of your choice, with beans, black beans, white beans, pinto beans, whichever beans you want. It's going to be delicious either way, okay? So I will show you when that comes out of the oven. Okay, so our pastelon just came out of the oven. This is what it looks like, all nice and golden and melted cheese. We're actually going to let this sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes until it is set. Let me put it here so you can see it better. While it sets, and then we will cut into it and give it a taste. So, you know, I'm going to cut this in half and half because it's going to be a piece for Lisi, Gogi, me, and the hubby. This can easily feed 6 people if you're going to have rice and a salad on the side. And then you can divide it into 6 pieces. But we're just having it with white rice, so we're cutting it in 4 parts, and that'll be it. Okay, everyone? It's been sitting here for about 10 to 15 minutes. Can't remember which. And like I said, we're cutting this in half. By the way, it was in my oven for 20 minutes, okay? I'm trying to cut it as even as possible. Like I said, it's going to be for 4 people. You can feed 6. And let me take it out of the edge. There we go. Make sure it's not sticking. It helps. Ooh, nice and smooth. Guys, can you see this? Can you see how beautiful this is? There it is. Let me show you what it looks like on the inside of this. I can hold it. There you go. Deliciousness, guys. So, let's give it a quick taste. Here it is, guys. We're ready to taste it. I'm just going to give it a taste. I'm not going to eat the whole thing because I haven't made rice. It's 1:28. The hubby comes in about 2 to 5 minutes. That's why I want to do my videos before he gets here. So here it is. I don't know if you can still see the steam coming out of it. Here it goes. Mmm. So good. Mm. The plantains are nice and soft. Completely sweet. That's what gives it so much flavor. The sweetness of the plantains and the savory of the meat. Such a perfect combination. You can have this by itself with a side salad, or like I said, with any rice. So I hope you guys try this. I had a little subby who made my my what? The one I made like this, but with potatoes. And she made it for her family, and she said they all loved it. So I hope that she tries this one. If she's a sweet and savory kind of person, she's gonna love this one too. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being here with me. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like. So just thank you guys for being here, for being so patient, for always waiting for me, and catch me in the next one. Bye and God bless.